I thought it'd be nice to do a little screen share here to talk about true form, the core problems that I find, and what we can do to help. So let's dive in a little bit here, and we'll talk about these four. So nutrition, we have mindset, we have here. Let me see if I can do some scribbling here. So we have nutrition. That's definitely a concern. Then we have our mindset, big concern. We have fitness uncertainty. And then we have life overwhelmment. Okay. So if I were to scroll down here and pull these out individually, I would suggest that what we eat here is a problem. Don't mind my lines. Okay, what we eat is definitely a problem. So you know what? I'm going to scroll down here. And if I were to draw a box. Okay, so what is a big concern? We hear this all the time. So for nutrition confusion in particular, what we eat, how much to eat, a big problem. And then how to prepare it. So recipes should be simple enough, right? But there's a lot of confusions of how to create healthy food without spending hours. So this here, this nutrition confusion would be one main pillar, which is why we've created one of our modules is nourish without noise. So that would answer all of these questions. Now, when it comes to fitness uncertainty, this, and let's just get creative here. This. So, one of the big problems that I see is that, more particularly, women don't know how to work out, particular for 40 plus. Okay. Okay. Harrison, close the door, please. The joys of working from home. Okay, that's okay. So 40 plus in particular. You're gonna testing my patience, being able to focus what actually works. This is definitely like what types of workouts is a concern. And then like this is such a big one because you have to look at cortisol levels, right? For women in particular, because when your cortisol levels increase, we lack. What was my screen thing in the way? So when our cortisol levels increase, we have minus the ability to. This is going to be a flame. Does that look like a flame? To burn body fat. So cortisol levels increase because of too much stress. We have zero ability to burn body fat. So that's why this is important. If we look at proper rest periods and making sure that we are resting. Okay. So if we look at fitness uncertainty, we can bring this one. Oops. Well, I pulled the wrong one down. It's the same thing. We can bring this one down to that module, which is why we have a module called Train to Sustain. All right. And then if we're going to look at mindset, we're going to look at past beliefs here, old beliefs. We're going to bring that down here. I actually really like this chaos of arrows and fire. And okay, so we have to look at what you believe. What? So this is you mostly a lie of what you were told. So you were told to, this is difficult to write on this side of the board, but you were told to um, eat less and move more. And then no one told you that this is incorrect because most women don't eat enough. And then move more, like what a ridiculous concept. Like in a way that, how do you move? Like what are we doing? What kind of exercises are we doing? How often are we doing them? Is it specific to hormone regulation? Like this is ridiculous. We don't need this. What use is that when someone says eat less and move more? Like, okay, thanks for nothing. And then you look at past failures. Like past failures is a big one, but this is more past mindset, right? What mindset do you have that is holding you back now? And then finally, lack of trust. Like I'm not going to pull that one down. We have a lack of trust here. Well, let's just write it down here. We have a lack of trust with ourselves. We actually have lack of trust with experts, which is why we start programs and then jump off so quickly. And then let's look at our life overwhelming, like this one here. This is such a big one. This is why our number one module when you start the program is how to go from chaos to calm. How do you do that? Because I'll tell you, I could tell you for a fact that when women come into our program, they are stressed. So what does that mean? Their cortisol levels are through the roof. So it doesn't matter what kind of program they're on. Then they are usually unorganized. Their life is jam-packed. So think about this, for example. Like if your life is jam-packed and you have zero room for anything else, how could you possibly be like, okay, well, now I'm going to add more fitness, even though we have 30-minute workouts that you can do at home, no gym required, right? You don't have 30 minutes. You go, oh, sorry, I don't have that. This doesn't help either. I'm not driving to the gym, not helping, because this is your life right here. It's chaos. So what you need to do is you need to calm. Oops, let's go down here. You need to calm your chaos first. Before you're like, oh, I'm going to add more stuff to it. It's not just workouts, right? More workouts. Like, what about nutrition? I can give you 5-minute recipes. Is that going to be helpful? No, if you don't have 5 minutes. So, okay. And then we can look at a few other things here. We have no time for yourself, and then there's no margin for consistency. So consistency wins out in anything you look at, like any area you could possibly imagine. Consistency. But this is really why like consistency lacks, is because we have no structure. And then we have no systems. Which is what this module teaches. Like this, that's why this is our number one module you start with. Because if you don't start there, then everything else kind of falls apart. Like there's, oops, I just did a cross. But like this is like, no, you can kiss that goodbye. And then we don't have any room for like this nutrition. There's no nutrition because you have time for nothing. And then fitness, really? I'm just having fun here. And of course, your mindset, right? Like, you have to take full ownership of this. You have to take full ownership of this mindset and be like, okay, mindset. You have to let go of past beliefs. Like, I've tried everything, nothing works. That's a limiting. That's a limiting mindset. Nothing works. I'm doing everything right. I'm gonna scribble here so I can move along quickly here. So you're doing everything right, and then like nothing works. So like your old the old mindset of like cardio above all else. This is false. This is a false belief, which is why this mindset here is so important, because we've been told so many lies that just don't pan out. There's no proof, there's no evidence, there's no reality. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap things up here because I have a toddler that is raging. If that's helpful, you can let me know. But this is exactly the reason that we work with women 40 plus, to help them map out their map towards sovereignty, but to help them understand like these are the 4 core problems that we see, and these are the things that we can, I guess that would be down here. These are things that we can do about it. At any rate, if we can help out with at all. Oh my gosh. If we can help out at all, just shoot a message and we will connect and talk more.